Hello and welcome back to another news video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. I forgot my name then, that was very unprofessional and rather awkward. We'll just keep it in, why not? Start as we wish to continue. So it says, regarding the expansion of Japanese data centers. So there's two things I want to talk about. The expansion of European data centers and the Japanese data centers. We'll do the Japanese ones first. We have news about 6.18. So 6.18, as we already know, is going to be the magical date when we get access to the data center travel system. That'll be logical data center travel, so between your own servers on a set data center. So for example, Chaos and Light will be able to play with each other at that point, but they won't be able to play with people on other data centers, if that makes sense. So this is your logical data center travel. That's going to be included in this. So any dates that we read here can kind of be educated to be the actual release date as well. At the same time, we have the expansion of two data centers, the Japanese and the European one. It says in 6.18, a new logical data center, Meteor, will be added to the Japanese data center, and certain existing worlds will be redistributed. We talked about this before, and as we scroll down, there is actually a date for maintenance. It says 6.18 scheduled maintenance is Tuesday, the 5th of July. So bear in mind, this is only 4 days after the live letter, part 71. So presumably they'll be hinting about this in that live letter as well. It says 6.18 maintenance is expected to last 24 hours due to the Japanese and European data center expansions and the implementation of data center travel system. So we actually have a date, Tuesday the 5th of July. So set your calendars, set your dates. If you want to go play with other people on your, logical data centers, then you will presumably be able to. It's a good news, obviously good news for new players as well, because new data centers, new servers. So using the Homeworld Transfer service free of charge, it'll be suspended prior to maintenance. We'll restore access to it kind of as you would imagine. Oh yeah, all characters in Japanese data centers are eligible to transfer homeworlds free of charge during this period of time. We've got the usual guild reimbursements if you're not aware of this. To do with housing, obviously, if they have a house. Yeah, it's going to be a time where they sort of mix things up a little bit. A lot of people are kind of, anticipating the worst, that it's going to shake up a bit. But honestly, this is for the greater good. And honestly, even if they do redistribute these realms between different servers and things, you'll still be able to play with those people. That's what data center travel is going to be about. I'll link this in the description so you can actually read through all of this. Obviously, the usual limitations on guild and congested worlds and things like that, and preferred worlds. Those limitations still exist. The thing that you might be interested in, though, is cross-world link shells. It says, should a cross-world link shell member transfer to the Meteor data center, a channel with the same name will be created in Meteor without deleting any members. By using data center travel, members may communicate via that link shell. So you don't have to worry about that. It just means that you're probably going to have to move over to that server, with the travel system to be able to make use of it, right? But yes, and that's pretty much it, really. When it comes to that, but that's exciting stuff. So that's the expansion of the data center stuff, and there are links to the world regrouping as well. If we click on that quickly, it should load a page showing what servers are going where. So we've got Elemental, Gaia, and Mana, and now we'll have Meteor on the end there, which includes Belias, Mandragora, Ramu, Shinryu, Unicorn, Veilfor, Yojimbo, and Zeramus. So if, for example, if you're a player on Elemental playing on Tombury, you aren't affected, pretty much. You're still going to be on Elemental. So I know there's a lot of English-speaking players on Tombury. Shout out to Tombury. Fantastic during the Ishgard firmament restoration process. Yeah, don't worry about it. So let's move on to the European redistribution, which, as you can see, is on this page. It says introducing new worlds and expansion. Okay, so the new worlds on Chaos will be Sagittarius and Phantom. Those are the new servers. So that will be on Tuesday, 5th of July. You'll have access to 2 new servers on Chaos. And on Light, you'll have Alpha and Raiden. Or Raiden? Probably Raiden. So those are the names of the new servers. Obviously, 4 new worlds. That's going to be helpful for the future expansion of the game, especially with congestion. And as it said before, we've got new world bonuses as well for these new servers. So we have bonus EXP for logins up until level 80. Getting to level 30 on any class during a time period will give you 1 million gil and 15 days of free playtime. This one is actually a really good idea if you want to save some money. Every time they add one of these servers, just level a character to level 30. It only takes a good couple of hours, if that, and you get 15 days of free playtime. So bear that in mind. That's a good thing to take from this. It is limited to 1 time per service account though. But yes, so if you create a character on Sagittarius, for example, and level that to level 30, at least then you'll get your 15 days, even if you don't plan to play that character. You get bonuses for transferring to the new worlds, of course, which is the double XP, the gold chocobo feathers, which is quite nice, 10 of those. That's some dies or towards mounts. And we also have compensation for landowners as well, and yada yada. Basic stuff. This will be linked in the description. And it says, regarding the purchase of housing, the purchasing of housing will be unavailable on the newly established worlds at the launch of 6.18. Before we can resume the sale of plots, we must first verify that the Japanese and European data center expansions and data center travel system are stable. Then we'll re-enable the Homeworld Transfer service. For the latest updates regarding the availability of housing, please visit Lodestone. So, yep. So there won't be housing available when those 4 new servers go live until they're happy with it, pretty much. But yes, so Sagittarius and Phantom, Alpha and Raiden, welcome to the European data center. So there doesn't seem to be any other, moving around of servers, so that's good. I was worried that might be a thing, but if you are struggling with congestion, try out these new servers, transfer a character. I know this is going to be a very popular move, especially with the idea that even though housing isn't available at the start, you'll be able to get a house eventually when they're happy. So I can imagine probably like 2 to 3 weeks after the launch of 6.18, they'll likely open this up. But there we go. That was the news regarding data centers and stuff like that. But the big hype here is obviously the date for data center travel. A lot of people, including myself, have been very excited to play with other players. It isn't exactly, what I wanted. I wanted obviously much greater travel with less limitations, i.e. being able to play with American players from a European data center. I'm sure that will probably be developed in the future. Fingers crossed. But for now, they're focusing wholly on European data centers having access to all European data centers. That's pretty much it. But hype for Tuesday the 5th of July. Much love, links in the description. Check this out yourself for any of the other limitations I've not read, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.